What the heck? I just started reading something. I was looking at PS4. Okay, no, um, welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Dark Resurrection. This is part 4. Um, wow, I just can't believe I actually did that though. Mm. Yeah, I was trying to get my YouTube set up and just started reading one. Oh, hold up. All right. Yeah, that's funny. Alright. Last time we chose to learn more about the mask rather than learn more about the dark, quote unquote, the dark. And with that choice, I don't know if I'll have a chance to learn about the dark later on. After I figure out about the mask, I just felt that it was more necessary to know about the mask and then learn about the dark. That was my kind of take on the whole thing. Then you have us going back to the shrine where the first incident happened with Mai. Kawana, I believe her last name is. Is that? It's not. Is it Kawana? I don't know for sure. I can't remember. But yeah, we go up to the shrine and I talk to her, and we end up feeling the same way about the events, and then we learn more and more about the mask, where it came from, where it originated from, and like what's the whole deal with it. And we're going to learn more about the bearer of it, but we're looking for this book at the moment, and we have a clue of who has it, or we were told who has it. This guy's brother in Shinjuku, which is Daizo, which is one of the first people we met at the very beginning of this whole game. So, and I can't leave. Can I leave? I can't leave. Maybe I... No? Do I go back in here and enter and talk to him? No point in going back empty-handed. I need to ask the street vendor about that missing book. Now, I thought I already talked to him about it. Did it not save? The tea shop next door isn't it closed down? Closed down? That can't be right. What else do you know about it? Pure conjecture on this one. I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street. On account of him being the only one I ever see in there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there chatting away to himself. He might be a little nuts. Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation tech. Yeah, we've already read through this. It just didn't autosave because I didn't go to Shinjuku. Okay, my apologies. Yeah, we read this at the very end of last episode. If you haven't seen last episode, then what are you doing? Go look at the last episode. Let's see. He doesn't talk about it. It's like he's in denial. Yeah. Okay. So apparently he has a bitch wife, and Daizo, the guy says it a couple of times, like she is a bitch, like straight up, and but he's still with her apparently. I believe that's what I got from the story. And they have a child, and she took the child with her, and then or a daughter, I believe, and yeah. I want to see if she says anything different. Nah, okay, that's not. She didn't say anything. What's new here? Yeah, I should have just went here first, except for the autosave to kick in. But yeah. So Daizo has the book apparently, because he took the book for some reason out of there as like a souvenir. I don't know why. I don't understand why he did that, but he did. I'm gonna let my presence be known in case something bad happens, and I can't go inside. Okay, well we're gonna enter here then. We have no choice. Okay. Hi Ayami, how can I help you today? Hey Daizo, how are things? Oh, you know, same old, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Asakusa today. Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances? Who knows? Maybe it was preordained. Huh? Huh, who would have thought? So, is he still selling takoyaki at his stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands are the future of cuisine, and that you should go help him. Haha, yeah, you talked to Haruto alright. Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have the book your brother gave you a few months ago? The only thing that guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you, Ayami. He said he gave it to you when you were in the hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups. Besides, that dolt's bringing me stuff all the time. You changing your story? What's up, man? Always trying to drag me kicking and screaming over to where the grass is greener. I feel like you know something I don't. Yeah, your story just changed. This would have been more recently. After a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask. Oh, no, it's fine. That idiot. Always running his mouth. Freaking traitor. Those were just some, hard times. Nothing serious. I just drank too much is all. I'm sorry, Detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up on bad memories anyways, Daizo. Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait here a sec. I might have it in the storeroom still. I don't think I want to see that magazine. Dang it! Sorry, Ayami. Hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Here it is. It's yours, Detective. Whoa. She's literally on the front cover. Interesting. Huh? Hey, no wonder I recognize that photo you brought by. It's the same girl, an idol, named Ruby. Reina. No, Ruby, see? It says so right there on the cover. I don't read Japanese, man. Pretty crazy that it was still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for her. No, I wonder why we keep running into each other. Must be fate. Heh, I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. I wonder, okay, this is really, really small and it means absolutely nothing. But whenever that one guy was asking me, like the paper cranes, the origami cranes guy in the elevator, whenever he was asking me if it was fate or chance, and then right there she said it must be fate. If I would have chose chance, would you say it must be chance? I'm just curious. That's just something really small and doesn't matter at all. But I just thought that'd be kind of cool. You're a hell of a detective. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. If you say so, Daizo. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I started getting rid of some of my old junk. Thank you. Thank you. See you around, Ayami. Well, what about the book, man? What? That's not... I don't think that's the book. That's not the book he was talking about. The book was about the mask bearer, man. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I mean, that's cool and all. You found that. But I don't trust you. Take care, Daizo. I leave, come back. Give me the book! It's weird too because I have the option of just going in. I want to try the 1996. I want to try the 1996 on that. We can enter here, why not? No? No one's here? Okay. Maybe if we check this? Forensics identified... Yeah, we looked at that, we saw that before. I don't want to go into the sewer just yet. Mainly because I don't feel like it. I'm too scared. Okay, I'm just curious. She doesn't say anything different with that stuff. But worth a shot. Is it just weird that the ambiance pick up? Okay. We'll talk to him and let him know. Oh, or no, we can just buy octopus balls. No, okay, well, let's just go in here then. Ah, welcome back, detective. Is that my book and you see in your hands? Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me Reina is the mask bearer you talked about? That's hard to believe. Does it surprise you? After all, it is she whom you see in the dark, is it not? The dark. That's what the collector called it too. How'd Reina get mixed up in all this? I only know that fate has intertwined the girl's life with the forces of the mask. But the machinations? What? The machinations? The machinations? I guess that might be a silent H. I haven't seen that word written out before. The machinations behind the circumstances are a mystery, I'm afraid. People always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men in black and white pictures. But that book and the girl are as much of part of history as the rest. The threads that connect the past to the present and the people to each other are not always apparent. But peel back the layers of connection, and the randomness of our universe nearly orders itself. I had a better voice for him earlier, and I can't remember how I did it. A teen idol. No, a teen idol, an ancient odor. The tool they created, and the detective who holds it now. All forming a neat and tidy line. I'm having trouble reading in that voice though too. Not because of my voice in general, but like just like I can't like I'm like too focused on the voice and not reading, and I like start stuttering more. Reina was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not part of a sleeper cell in some cult. It doesn't add up. I'm gonna mute my mind, or I'm just gonna let this ambulance pass. Nice. Hopefully everyone's alright. Let's see. Oh, that detective. We can agree, so why don't we start at the beginning? With how the mask sees there to be a mere object. The story starts in ancient times in the year 1333. Okay, another possible code, maybe? I remember 1333, 1996. At that time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan. I'm gonna slowly try to change his voice. I don't know. I'm horrible with like elder voices, like elderly voices. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Peace among men is cyclical, and like so many before them, and so many after, their time of peace had came to an end. The Nida clan, loyal to Emperor Go-Daigo, led a siege against the Hojo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded and left a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of their family temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of surrendering, the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last three regents, committed mass suicide. Wow. However, the Hojo and Nita clans, embroiled in their quests for the Empire, could not see the roles they played in the plans of another group, the religious sect known as the Kamankai. It is said that the flames of Kamakura, a girl, was seen wandering in the streets, observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to the histories went by the name of Chikako Shichijo. Chikako Shinjicho. The last survivor of the Common Kai. Okay, so whatever the Common Kai were trying to do, they failed. I mean, they all died, right? Well, she was wearing a mask too, I see that. Ooh. No, they did not fail. Everything went exactly as planned. Chikako Shinjicho did not survive by chance. She was chosen. Chosen for what? To receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded, to become the first mask bearer. Mask bearer? The Common Kai used the deaths of all those people to create this? Why? Legend has it that the Common Kai sought to contain the door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where our consciousness ceases to be and time holds no meaning. A place where cause and effect could be changed. Why? Why spend so much human life and give up? Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. To a mortal mind obsessed with the finality of death and meaningless accomplishment, such power would corrupt absolutely, a power over death. That's why when I pulled out the gun on her and shot her, she didn't die. That's crazy. That is actually insane. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with the tool to control and see within the darkness. And the thing is, I don't know. That's crazy. It's true, isn't it? All of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tanaka back. Excuse me. She's gonna try to make him, or he's gonna become the mask bearer. Is that what Reina was wanting? I thought she was the mask bearer. I don't know. I'm just thinking out of my ass here. Some doors, no matter how strongly they call to us, are not meant to be opened, and the Common Kai willingly gave their lives to keep it that way. The mask opens the minds of all who comes into contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way in the dark. Just like the collector said, the only thing I don't know, or I don't get, is how Reina is connected to it. That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Common Kai cult only a few decades ago. Much was suppressed about the Common Kai under Tokimasa. They existed, and then on March 4th, 1996, they met their end. Oh, okay, so another possible key code. 3496, March 4th, 96. I mean, I don't know, I'm just pulling out random numbers, but I don't know, 3496, okay. 1333, 3496, and 1996. There are many theories that the police killed them during their raid of the compound, or that someone within the cult snapped and murdered the others. Yeah, I really wish I had a better voice for this guy. I don't like this. This one seems like it's annoying to hear because he's talking so much, and I'm just like making my voice. I don't know. Oh well. Nothing but conjecture, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within police records. And though I remain curious, it is not something I have access to. Perhaps it's the best place to start is there. Finding out about the last days of the common kind may help light your path to the truth. Though I wonder if such an object bred from suffering can truly put an end to it. Is it you who can finally break this terrible cycle? I've spent a long time in here. I'm tired. So tired. Farewell, detective. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna drink to that. Sitting there comfortably, the historian Yasuhisa casually laid out everything I've experienced like he was reading it out of a book. I'm experienced? Okay, I'm like a little typo. A mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth, an interesting story told to travelers in a bygone era. It's hard to believe that it relates to Kazuki and Reina. I can't understand the bridge between the Kamakura samurai and a young girl. He said Reina fit into the story. She's a mask bearer, but how? Yasuhisa, the collector. I thought when I met them, I'd entered their world and could start to understand, however faintly, what was going on. But my intuition as a detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? Day turns to night, the hours bleed into each other. Even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. My head. Maybe I should take my medication? Impossible. Though following the old man's hunch is my best. Impossible though it seems, following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understand the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the common Kai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easy for me to go to ask around and pull a file. It'll be a bit more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst that could happen? I should head to HQ and see what I can find. Man, they just gotta force me back there, huh? That's too bad. They're really trying to force me to go back there. I really don't want to go to HQ. Oh, I don't want to go to HQ, man. They don't like me there. Oh, no, they hate me there. I'm gonna get, like, they're gonna be like, I can't believe you left me there. You turned the lights on. Oh, God, don't be mad at me. Oh, shit. You've got to be kidding me. Funny, me and some other guys were just talking about you after practice the other day. Specifically, we were taking bets as how long it'd take before you showed your face again. Shame you coming in here now cost me 10,000 yen. Tch, not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament. I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. Anyway, non-active duty cops, or you in other words, ain't allowed in HQ right now. So what do you want? Oh man, this just gets better and better. Begging me for a favor, huh? Kinda figured you might somebody, eh? So, what do you want me to do, Ito? Sneak into the evidence locker, steal your gun back for you? Like I'd do anything for you. The brass have already told everyone in the damn station to steer clear of you. You're considered bad luck for people's careers. Well, myself excluded, I suppose. Wouldn't expect anyone to do you any favors from here on out if I were you. And I'd rather not have people see us talking and think that we're all friendly or something. Now get out before I have to call someone down here. Violence will literally do nothing for me. Violence will do nothing. Like, I punch his lights out. She's standing right there. She calls someone. People come down there. There's cameras. I gotta go. I just don't see that being a good outcome at all. Is there something else here? Is that why they were forcing me to come here? I felt like I was forced to come here. I'm surprised to see you back. How can I help you, Detective? If he's buddy-buddy with those guys, then I need to just go on about other stuff. As opposed to Yasuhisa, the historian, you were right. He knew about the common Kai and the mask. Takahashi, is he? What is he? Gosh, man, I can't read. What is he? I don't understand your question. He's one of them. Them? Ito, are you alright? He's just an old man. What else could he be? No, Takashi, you must have noticed. There's something off about him. Like the collector, but no, not exactly like him. I told you to scare you like this, but I've known him for years. He's a bit eccentric and too philosophical for his own good, but he's harmless. Allow me to offer some advice. What you're feeling right now, it's not him. It's you. The more time I spent researching the common Kai in the past, the more I began to feel the world had gone mad. But it hadn't. It continued to turn on its axis, as it always does. It was me who'd become unhinged. You could always walk away, Detective Ito. Some mysteries aren't worth solving. I have no choice but to ask that. It was your dojo. I was told your dojo trains a lot of police. That's right. I trained many of them personally. Do you know Akira Taira? A detective from Tokyo HQ? Ah, yes, Detective Taira. I know him quite well. A man with a great deal of innate talent in martial arts. Though that talent is offset somewhat by his, how to put it, brash personality. Brash? Brash is a very diplomatic way of putting it. Sorry to put you on the spot, but Taira's just about the only usable link I've got left in the police force, and the one person who's trying to stop me the most. Seeing as you train with him all the time, I was hoping you might know something that would change his mind, if you know what I mean. Are you asking me to help you blackmail Taira? Beyond the obvious reasons why I wouldn't help you do that, I also happen to think it wouldn't work. You might be surprised to hear this, but Detective Taira actually lives a fairly straightforward life. His excesses are nothing that would draw any scrutiny, at least not among his fellow officers. I hear he is engaged to be married soon as well. Someone actually agreed to marry that slime? That poor girl. Yes, a very nice girl. Apparently, they're quite happy together. Oh yeah? We'll see how long that lasts. May I ask you what exactly Taira did to make you feel so strongly about him? Did to me? You should be asking him that. Ever since I started, he looked down on me and never missed a chance to remind me how he felt. I ignored him because I felt if I worked hard enough to earn up my promotion, earned my promotion, it would shut him up once and for all. You eventually got this promotion, I take it. Well, did he shut up like you thought? No, he got worse. It started with him spreading rumors about me sleeping around in HQ, and then there were various complaints to my supervisor. He couldn't stand that I'd won. It's fallen apart now, though. He got my old job, and every time I see him, he has a smug grin on his stupid face like he's mocking me. So you hate the fact that, at least in his mind, he was right. Something like that. Tyra's not the first person to think a woman didn't deserve the promotion I got, but it stung a little extra when he ended up at my desk. Yes, I thought as much. You're not saying you think that brown-nosing, sexist, lazy, good-for-nothing asshole actually deserves my spot, are you? No, I can't judge the inner workings of the police force, but from what I've heard, it certainly wouldn't be the first time an officer didn't earn their promotion honestly. Often, I watch my students spar and I notice an interesting trend. You see, usually the outcomes of matches have nothing to do with their skill. Is there a moral at the end of the story? Patient detail. You see, the two students will face each other, but before they even draw their swords, they've decided the outcome. Students rank each other and themselves based on practice, their social status, their school, or every number of things before they even enter my dojo. A student perceiving themselves with stronger will always be more relaxed, more ready to attack, while the student who's resigned himself to defeat desperately defends. It's not skill or merit that wins the battle, it's expectations. Do you see where I'm going with this? I do, but I'm not sure if I like it. You're saying that unless I can break Tyra's perception of me, I'll keep losing, right? Exactly. For a man like Tyra who expects certain things of women, you've defied him at every turn, but if I suck up to him and play the part, I might throw him off guard enough for me to win this fight. Sound about right? Very perceptive. Here, this should help. Sake? It's a gift. Wow, that's so flattering. I barely even know you. I suppose in order to degrade myself in front of scum like Tyra, I could use a drink. It's not for you. It's for Tyra. Oh, and here I was thinking you were being nice. This is a very expensive brand. As a matter of fact, it's Tyra's favorite. A gift for his promotion. The promotion he stole. A promotion into my position. Think of it as a way to throw him off balance. You can't strike at his heart until he drops his guard after all. You know how to play the role he expects of you. I suspect you know the type of women he likes. Much as it pains me to admit, that might work. Thanks for the sake. Drink sake, what the hell now? Okay, so he obviously, I feel like he enjoys the dimwit airhead type, but just like very loose woman. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm sorry. That's it, Ito. I've heard enough of your... Wait, what? You heard it right, Tyra. I'm sorry. You're a good detective, and I never did congratulate you on your promotion. Here, this is for you. I get it. So you think bribing me is gonna work, huh? Ken no Michi? Is that a bottle of Ken no Michi? No way, it sells out in weeks. Even my family rarely managed to get a bottle. And they knew the people to ask. How'd you get it? That's not important. Consider it an apology for how I've treated you in the past. I present this to you in a way to formally hand over my old position. It's clearly in better hands now. But... Oh, she's bowing to him too. Fuck. Ito. Get up, will you? Oh, is she actually, like, on the ground? Ito. It's fine, just get up already. Okay, I accept your apology. Hell, didn't even know you felt that way. I mean, in the light of recent events and all, it's long overdue. Guess with all the stress you've gone through, the delay is understandable. Glad you've finally learned to manage your emotions appropriately. If Thank you for your kind words, Detective Tyra. Once I return to the department, I know I'll have much to learn from you. Hey, it's a little early for that kind of talk, don't you think? We don't even know if they'll let you back on the force after the hearing. Yes, I suppose you're right, Detective. I shouldn't have spoke so brashly. Again? Oh gosh. Ito, stop that, please. I always thought you'd be a better cop if you listened to your fellow detectives a bit more. Suppose that there's a lot you haven't to learn from me, eh? I know you're right, Detective. I was so brash before. That's probably how I ended up here. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for dropping this by, Ito. To tell you the truth, it's been a tough time for all of us. It's better to stick together. We're on the same team after all, right? Maybe once you're back, me and you can partner up? One can only hope. I'll be so lucky. Right. Look, I gotta get back to my office. You, need anything else? Well, I was thinking... Oh no, I couldn't possibly bother you. You're so busy. It's fine. I can handle it. Go on. Well, I know I shouldn't, but I've been doing a little research in an unofficial capacity, you know? I was wondering if you could pull a file for me. You know I can't give you access to the system. You're suspended, and besides, it'd be against regulations, and I guess if you stay on that side of the counter, I could get Ishibashi to help you. Do you think that this means we're best friends or anything? Or don't think this means we're best friends or anything. It's just a repayment for the Ken no Michi. Oh, thank you, but Detective Tyra, I wouldn't want to impose on your busy schedule. Again? Stand up! Saki, I'm going back to my office. Look up the file Ito wants. Log the search query to my name. Got it? Yes, sir. Of course. I'll be in my new office all afternoon, so direct any calls there. Clear? Yes, sir. I think he's gone. Damn, Ayami. I've twisted some guys around my finger before, but that was something else. Don't think it'll take long to get your office back if you keep working that magic. Ayami, listen to me very closely. It's very, very important you teach me how to do that for professional purposes. I think you're alright on your own, Saki. Ooh, fine. By the way, anyway, you've got Tyra's sign-off. What did you want me to look up for you? Oh, March 4th, 1996, there was a raid on the compound belonging to a cult called the Common Kai. I'd like the official report, plus anything else you can find on it. Wow, that's some heavy reading material. I'll get right on it, boss. Doesn't seem like there's much to go on here. Looks like there's only one file. Righto, I'll put it on a USB for you so you can take it with you. Just don't tell anyone. Here you go. Thanks, Saki. I owe you one. You owe me more than one, Ayami. See you around. I'm glad she didn't say anything about the CCTV. She's like, oh yeah, you dumbass. I can't believe you did that to me. Whoops. Something doesn't smell right. There's a raid on a compound, and all that's left is this lone debriefing. It doesn't add up. Not to mention, so much of it here is redacted. Oh yeah, what the hell? Cause of death redacted. Maybe dead, other survivors redacted. Agency bureau redacted, address redacted. Tasked with raiding compound belonging to cult known as Common Kai located in redacted. What the? Officers arriving at the scene found 12 people dead on arrival, including Tokimasa and Mai's parents. Where are the details about how they died? Not to mention, the report itself was filed almost a week after the raid. So why aren't there any autopsy reports? Maybe they all killed themselves? Is it possible it was like a mass suicide? I'm not sure about all that, but it's possible. It says here, 2 children and 1 adult are believed missing. That must be Mai, Takashi, and their grandmother. Yes, that means Takashi was telling the truth after all. So many people have been hiding information from me. It's almost a relief. So for such a short report, it raises a whole lot of questions. The list of the dead, their cause of death, and dang, that's crazy, man. What happened, bro? You good? Everything's alright? What am I doing today? I'm gonna be streaming this for a bit longer. Well, until like probably about another hour and 30, around there. And then I got another stream I'm gonna do in 4 hours after that. Another 2 hours. Other than that, I think I have like a dinner to go to and a birthday party as well. So I'll be a little busy today, off and on. The list of the dead, their causes of death. If there were other survivors, what else they found? It's all lost. Even the location of the compound has been classified. All I know is that the mask was found in the middle of a pile of dead bodies. What the hell happened there? Why was it covered up? Interesting. Everything was redacted. The report is unclear, but it's obvious something terrible happened at the Kamenkai compound. No doubt the mask had a part to play in those 12 people's deaths. And one way or another, it found its way to Reina afterwards. Sheesh. She said she was searching for the door, which means her connection to it is mere coincidence either. Is no mere coincidence. The collector said the path in the dark would never reveal itself unless I understood her past. The report is a dead end right now, or for now, but he gave me another lead, a talent agency called Omega in Kabukicho. It's not a whole lot to go on, but maybe I'll find the connection I need to connect the dots. For now, all I can do is go to Kabukicho and ask around. We could take a pill, but I mean, we were supposed to take those once a day, right? We're not even aware of how many days have passed. Is she just searching day and night, and no sleep? Well, what are my stats looking like anyways? Neurosis, I'm relaxed, I'm stable, I'm professional, I'm meticulous in my investigation. My stats are fairly nice right now. I'm gonna hold off on the pills. That could be a mistake. We'll see what happens. The collector mentioned a talent agency by the name of Omega here in Kabukicho, with ties to Reina. Unless there's a big sign advertising it, which I highly doubt, I'll need to ask around to find it. Based on the dragon motifs, and the general vibe around the building, I'd guess this place is no normal bar. Who knows how many other places around here the Yakuza have dipped their fingers into. Yeah, so we're in the red light district. Interesting. Oh god, these are cops. I need to not... 3 faces in uniform that I don't recognize. Though I doubt they'll have a hand in... I doubt they'll have a hard time recognizing me. The way they're huddled together, it hardly looks like they're doing much police work. More than a few violations probably passed under their noses, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone slips them a bit of cash on the side to ignore them. Cops like that probably won't give me any trouble, and they definitely aren't going to blab to their superiors about seeing me being Kabukicho. Hey, hold up! Don't I know you? Who, me? Yeah, you. Unless you're hiding someone behind your back. Aren't you the detective whose face was all over town a few weeks back? Yeah, that's it. How didn't I recognize you before? Hey guys, didn't someone from HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Hold on, Denjiro. You really think that's a good idea? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not risking my job over some nobody detective. Yeah, well, call it into HQ and you might be risking more than your job if you know what I mean. Ryu's right. We should stick our necks out when she hasn't even... Why should we stick our necks out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can't walk around, does it? Listen to Ryu. I doubt I need to remind you boys what happens when you ruffle in the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we should arrest her, only you're going to piss off the wrong people, Denjiro. I don't know how much more obvious I need to be for you to get it. No, not even the detective here. It's worth bringing down her wrath on us. No one, not even the detective here is worth bringing down her wrath. Especially right now. Things aren't exactly on stable ground around here in the Mifune family shakeup. Don't need a repeat of Officer Ono. Pegged for promotion one day and then some anonymous tip comes into HQ that Ono's been selling a little dope on the side. Even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Yeah, a gun that's mysteriously gone missing from evidence. You think that story's true? Does it really matter or if it is or not? The point is, he asked too many questions around here and now he's in jail. Some police we are, held hostage by some woman. Screw it. Maybe you guys are right. I suppose if that guy from HQ asks again, we can say we didn't see any detectives tonight. That's right. We didn't see you, and we definitely didn't talk. And you definitely didn't talk to us. Got it? Yeah, got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? You mean from the bottom? Yeah, doesn't give us a whole lot of options. Feels like I'm always stuck between HQ and all the other shit going on around here. Damn. I'm not sure which is worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you, detective? You read the papers, don't you, detective? You heard about the Mifune family, right? Yeah, I'm sure she has. And that's all you need to say on the subject. You never know who's working for who around here, so put a lid on it. Listen, detective, whatever you think we are, or whatever you think goes on around here, isn't so simple as good cops and bad cops. Remember that. Kabukicho might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace, right? Right. Like Ryu said, we're trying our best, so don't cause any trouble for us, and we'll return the favor by not letting HQ know about this. There's plenty of things scarier than HQ out there. That's for sure. Why don't you move along, detective? I think I'll do just that. Good luck, officers. Do you know a girl named Reina? Anything about a mask? No? Okay. I'm joking. Seems this club is pretty popular, and it already has a lot of customers. Maybe talking to some of the regulars will give me a good idea of where to start looking for Omega. Before we go in there, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Actually, is there a guy we can talk to? No? Okay. Man, we were just jamming out here, huh? Hell yeah. Can I ask you something? Whoa, I wasn't doing anything. You're a cop, right? Nope, you got me all wrong. I'm looking for a talent agency by the name of Omega. Why do you think I was a cop? Phew, only cops start asking questions right off the bat. Well, that and your costume had me fooled. You ought to be careful walking around like that. Oh, I got it. You're some kind of performer, right? What are you looking for? What are you doing looking for Omega? Omega's a wash. You won't get any work from them. Worry not, sweetheart. It just so happens I work for one of the best agencies in town. We handle all types, models, performers, actors, you name it. Even a mature woman such as yourself will have no problem finding work through us. That is, if you're fine with staying in costume. My lucky day. That's the spirit. Have a drink with me, babe. I'll get you signed up. I'm sure I can find work for you in no time. Well, like I said, I'm looking for Omega. A friend of mine recommended them, so it'd be rude to not talk to him at least, right? If you ask me, your friend's got no taste. You shouldn't waste your time with those losers. No one's even seen their guys around for months. Word on the streets that they ran up a bit of debt with the wrong people, if you know what I mean. Anyway, you didn't hear that from me. You know where I am if you want a real chance, babe. Can I ask you something? Hey, I've seen you before. Yeah, sure. You don't need my permission. You heard of an agency around here called Omega? Oh, Omega? No, doesn't ring a bell. Why? What's it to ya? What's it to ya? I'm looking for a missing girl. Missing, huh? Was she foreign? Gosh. I wish I would have done this voice from sooner. Working for a nightclub? Maybe working for some other types of clubs. I don't remember asking your opinion on the girl. I only if you knew about the agency. Either way, answer's the same. I don't know no Omega, and you probably won't find her even if I did. Girls go missing all the time around here, if you catch my drift. Care to be more specific? No, I don't. Don't you think delicate types could handle it? Let's just say not everyone is nice to the ladies in those places as I am, and leave it at that. Stir the pot with questions like that and you're bound to end up in trouble. So if you want help, go ask someone else. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I see. Oh, okay. I'm moving. I was like, is something happening? Okay, that's really cool. Whoa, that is actually really cool. Hello, Karen. Oh, I was gonna start talking like I'm him. Hello, can you spare a minute? Whoa, how long have you been standing there? Me? I just got here. Why so jumpy? Yeah, sorry. There's a big scary guy with a scar here a little before you. He acted friendly enough, but he made me feel uneasy. Kept asking me what I was doing here, and if I wanted to go somewhere to have a drink with his friends. Honestly, I've been waiting for a good moment to duck out. Think you made the right decision by staying put, if you ask me. Have you ever heard of a talent agency around here called Omega by any chance? Omega? No, never heard of it. I'm actually not usually in this part of town. A friend of mine, a friend of a friend invited me out here for a few drinks, but she hasn't shown her face yet. It's starting to stink of some sort of weird setup anyway. I still have some pride, so I'm going to tuck my tail and run. I'm not going to tuck my tail and run just yet. Good luck finding that agency or whatever you were looking for. If you see that guy I mentioned earlier, watch your back. Evening. Do you know anything about a talent agency called Omega? I believe they were based here. Or I heard they were based here. Are you insane? It's not like I'm asking you to take me there personally. What's the issue? You do know where you are, don't you? Omega went up against some people, and the same people who own this club, and they lost. The Mifune takeovers have already racked up quite the body count, and I don't plan on being added to it. I'm not sure who you're working for, but you've come at a bit of a sensitive time. If I were you, I'd turn around and walk out that door. Hell, she probably killed him too. Killed who? Him. You know, Higashi, the owner of Omega. Everyone knew he owned the Mifune family a small fortune. The word on the street is that there's been a little spring and cleaning of any disloyal retainers. Do I need to spell it out for you? Good. I've already said too much, and you should stop asking around too. You never know who's listening. Oh, he's the guy with the scar on his face. Or no, he just has bags on his eyes. Hey, can I ask you something? About the talent agency called Omega, you know anything? Alright, I'll take that as a no. Hey, do you know this area? What? I have a question about... What? Speak up! I can't hear you. The speaker's right there and you're gonna have to talk louder. I'm looking for an agency. You're looking for a vacancy? In what? No, and... You're what? I'm looking for information about the Omega Talent Agency. Do you know anything? Everybody just heard that because for some reason the music turned off and now I'm in big shit. The door's on the other side of the building and I have to run by all these weird people to get out. Can you come with me and be my bodyguard, please? Whoa. You really shouldn't shout things like that around here. Excuse me, miss. We were hoping you might join us next door. Consider it an invitation from an admirer. Perhaps. Besides, it's a much nicer venue than this dump. Yeah, in fact, we're happy to escort you. Who do you think? We're just businessmen doing our business. What can they do to me in front of all these people? You see, if I say sure, I'll go. I'm getting myself into some bad business. That is the guy with the scar on his face that the other guy was talking about to watch out for. But that guy refused, and he's still there. He's fine. If I refuse, I'm probably not going to be fine. But you're going to give me more information before I go with you. Even on a normal day. Take a few steps back, creep. You think I'd go anywhere with you? Okay, that was a little harsher than I had anticipated. Yeah, I think you will. Sorry if we're a little too polite before. I wasn't asking your permission. Forcing me would be a big mistake. Heh, oh yeah? How'd you figure? Look around. You think anyone's gonna help you? Promise you this much. People see us escorting you out of here and they'll look the other way. Hell, I could probably break your nose right now and then order a drink. And the bartender would bring me that drink before he even dreamed of wiping your blood off the floor. Not that I'm threatening you, understand? Of course not. He wouldn't want you to feel like you're in danger. Now let's go. Well, we're in a position that we didn't want to be in. Is that a tattoo, or is that... No, that's a tattoo. That's a shirt, because of the red collar. Okay, I was about to say, that is insane. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing in the Yakuza. They're not bad thing, but like, that's not necessarily normal. Gosh, what's the word for it? That's not something they don't do. I don't know. I can't think of the wording. Like, my words are shit right now. Welcome, come in. A lot of Yakuza do that. That's what I'm going for. Especially with koi fish, too, which is really cool. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kasumi Mifune. What my bad. I appreciate you coming by to talk. Huh. Your thugs didn't give me much of a choice. The hell you think you are calling me a thug? We're businessmen, you got that? Watch him be Omega, for some reason. Oh, I've got it alright, but I don't think that dressing in a suit makes you less of a thug. Say another word, you cop bitch. Enough, you. Say another word and I'll make you wish you hadn't. Now get out, both of you. Yes, boss. Oh, that's the boss. My apologies. The quality of help you can find these days isn't quite up to the standard that it was in my father's time. Wild dogs can be difficult to train, and they'll come around even if I have to beat it into them. Sit down, relax. Can I get you a drink? Well, last time I said whiskey on the rocks, it didn't end well. I lost professionalism. Yeah, thanks. I see. Then excuse me while I pour one for myself. But why don't we skip the small talk and tell me why I'm here? Seems you're a woman who doesn't like to waste time. Good. As long as luck would have it, neither am I. Let's get right to it. A short while ago, a couple men downstairs ran up to tell me that you, a cop, had walked past my bar and into one of my neighbor nightclubs. Then I hear you've been sniffing around asking about one of my investments. Investments? You mean Omega? Smart girl. Tell me, Ayami Ito, why is it that a cop is going around asking questions like that? More curious still, not just any cop, but a publicity-shamed cop on the leave. A shamed cop who's had a history of, how do they put it? Oh yes, a history of psychotic episodes. How do you know all of that? We all have friends, Detective Ito, and when detectives are wandering around my part of the city, my friends tell me everything I want to know. Honestly, you don't seem all that crazy to me. As to why you're after Omega, let's just say you've piqued my interest. Sorry, look at us. You said no small talk and here we are off in the bushes somewhere. Let's get back on track, shall we? As you're not acting in any official capacity, it's safe to say that no one knows you're here, correct? No, I suppose they don't. In your position, I might have tried to lie, but I appreciate the honesty. It was a rhetorical question anyway. I know for a fact there's no one coming for you. Funny you don't strike me as the stupid type, yet you're willingly entering a den of vipers. If you valued your neck staying on your shoulders, surely you wouldn't do something so reckless. You can skip the threats. If you want to do something to me, you'd have done it already. Plus, you're smart enough to know not to hurt a cop, even in my position. Good. I like you. Given your prickly demeanor, I doubt you're working with one of my competitors. And you're definitely not here for your police buddies. Okay, I give up. I have to know. What exactly is it you want to know about Omega? I'm looking for this girl. Her name is Reina. I was told she was involved with the agency somehow. I want to know what happened to her. How very noble of you. Figuring that out might be a bit difficult, as I'm afraid Omega is an extremely recent acquisition. To go back further, you'll have to talk to its president and former owner, a man named Ichi Higashi. As it so happens, that makes two of us who'd like to have a word with him. Like peas in a pod, us two. Unfortunately, when he handed over the business, he became a bit, how should I put it, forgetful about his outstanding debts to us. And the poor thing is so scared of me that he's ignoring all my calls, probably thinking I'll do something awful to him if I find him. I can't imagine how he'd get that idea, can you? Maybe he'd prefer talking to a police officer instead of me. I'm not some green recruit. I know how this works by now. What's the catch? You'd never tell me where he was and then send me on my way for nothing. Of course I wouldn't. You'll have to prove that you can be trusted first. Are they gonna brand me? I don't want to be branded. There's someone else I need you to talk to. A bit of a softer target than Higashi. Pretty good deal, right? Everything you're looking for in exchange for one little job. It's gonna be something dangerous. But compared to our recent things, is it as dangerous? I'll take the job, but the asterisk around 1 definitely doesn't feel like it's gonna be like one job. Oh, don't make this more difficult than it has to be. You'll agree eventually, so why fight it? I know a lot about you. Did I choose the right decision? Just one job, right? Yeah, okay, I did. I was about to say, like, the way she reacted to it, I was like, what? Did I pick the right thing? I know a lot about you. Top of your class and one of the best detectives on the force. You wouldn't let something as pesky as morals get in the way of good information, would you? I've heard about you too, Kasumi Mifune. Or more accurately, I heard a lot about your father. As you should. My father was a good man. It's not surprising you know more about him than me. That'll change soon enough. I won't be a footnote in his story much longer. Damn. My father always undervalued the power of information, but I really get to know people. I'm trying not to sound like Reina. Like I hear myself like in certain other voices I do, or like in my normal voices whenever like I try to like put emphasis on a word. And I'm just like, damn, I really want to like keep that for her character apart, because I really like doing that yandere-ish voice. My father always undervalued the power of information, but I really want to get to know people I associate with. You, for instance. Everything you've done paints the picture of someone who's very determined and very desperate to find this girl of yours. Don't let people tell you otherwise, detective. I think those traits are a wonderful combination. However, it also means you don't have a whole lot of bargaining power right now. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. You can go home and quietly overdose on whatever medication they got you taking instead. Furthermore, I could just refuse your request altogether, but that'd be so boring. We both need something, so let's help each other out. Do the job I ask, and I'll tell you what I know about little Higashi. As I was saying, like him, there's another business owner in Akihabara who is unfortunately behind on her payments as well. Such a shame, too. I really wanted a straightforward relationship with this one. See, I help out with a few things, and in exchange she kicks back a little of her business. Sometimes we send over new contracts to renegotiate the terms of our mutually beneficial relationship. Sadly, she's neglected to sign the newest one. I'm a cop, not some Yakuza debt collector. Do it yourself. A suspended cop. You can't parade your badge around as proof that you're some white knight anymore. Due to the recent transition of power, I can't do it myself. Just this minute, the dogs of Tokyo Police Headquarters are panting whenever me or any of my men are seen outside of Kabukicho. I'm not asking you to club someone's head in. I'm only asking you to give them a friendly reminder to keep up to date on their paperwork. Easy, right? Here, take it. Do this for me, and I'll feel a lot more comfortable giving out information about Omega. Also, I'll remind you that thanks to your impending review, it would be unseemly if it got out that you were meeting with the Yakuza, wouldn't it? Blackmail, huh? That's such an ugly word. And here I thought we were becoming friends. No, I'm just stating the facts of the situation. The business you're getting... the cat cafe! The business you're going to is a cat cafe in Akihabara. Kazu can give you the address on the way out. Wait, a cat cafe? Or what, a cat cafe? What else could it be? Well, a cat cafe or a cat-made cafe. What? Are we talking a cats, or people dressed like cats? Because a freaking cat cafe, actual cats, adorable, fluffy, precious cats. Why the hell would I invest in stupid maid cafe? Cats, normal cats. Damn it, I'm all worked up. Look, get that goddamn contract signed and we'll talk. That was pretty funny. She's like, wait, a cat cafe or a cat-made cafe? Cats, actual cats. It's like Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld. He's just like, Cats! Cats! Gosh, it's all about the cats! I can't, I do his voice terribly, but he's really funny. I hope she doesn't get in any trouble, you know? The cat cafe owner. I don't remember her name, but... Welcome back, Sachiko. I think Tomo remembers you. He must appreciate all your help to make him feel better. I've had to stop the deliveries of sashimi though. Even the smell seems to set off his bowels. Another quirk added to an already quirky character. Maybe it's a sign that you were right about the fish. Listen, we need to talk. Okay, sure. Why the serious face? What's wrong? I believe telling her what she's signing first is better than... I feel like starting off with, you owe the Yakuza? Or do you owe the Yakuza anything? And seeing how she reacts is going to be the pinnacle of if she will do anything, if she will comply. Because I pretty much need her to comply. And then I need you to sign this just as like, it's straightforward. It's very straightforward. But then saying you are the Yakuza is like getting into her personal business, which I don't really need to do. But I'll just be straightforward with her. I feel like that might be the better. I like being able to weigh out the options, but I feel like this one would actually be better now that I think about it more clearly. Yeah. Sign? Sign what? No, it can't be. You work for Kasumi? It's not like that. You come in here holding the same contract she showed me 2 days ago and tell me to sign it? What does that sound like to you exactly? Yeah, I know what it sounds like, but I'm telling you, I don't work for her. Then you don't care about me or the cats. That's even worse. Please, don't make me sign. Did you really just give me that face after telling me that? No. Please, you have to help me. The amount of money they've asked for is out of hand. I'm doing well for now, but if they get their way, I'll go out of business. Well, I mean, to be fair, you had the two same people in here for like the past, like, 3 episodes. 2 episodes. So, what you want to do? You have to tell Kasumi. Please. Tell her that if this place closes, then all the cats, there will be no place for them to go. The poor kitties. They'd be put down. I can't support them myself. I don't think animal services would let me keep them. I couldn't live with myself if that happened. I'm begging you, Ito. Don't do this. That's rough. That is very rough. But me saying sign now, I don't think she'd sign it. I don't know if she'd sign it. Sign now is forceful. Don't sign, I'll help. What can I do to help? Go back there empty-handed? She's not gonna like me going back empty-handed. She doesn't need a messenger bird. She needs someone that just gets the job done and comes back. Because I'm personally trying to earn her trust at the moment. This is how to do it. Any other Yakuza would be forceful in this moment. But her business will actually probably crash. She doesn't have a reason to lie. She doesn't really have much of a motive to lie to me. Unless she still wants that soundproof walls and she has to pay for that. So that guy doesn't come back. But I don't think they'd go that deep. There's no need for me to be forceful though, but the only way I could help is go back empty-handed, and that's gonna get me absolutely nowhere. I'll just have to find out where that, her father, Kasumi's father is, but it's just gonna get me on the shit list from the, Yakuza, and Yakuza will have no problem dirtbagging me, kicking me to the streets. Hopefully sign now is not me doing like visual force. It's just me being more stern. But I hope she ends up alright. She's gonna hate me afterwards. There's nothing I can really do. I mean, she might try to fight me. Why would she try to do that though? There's no need. It's probably gonna be some crazy shit. I'm like over here like overthinking it, and then there's gonna be a reason why I overthink it. I overthought it. But yeah, we're gonna. I really don't want to do this to her. She's really nice. That's it. That's all you're going to say? Shit. I don't have time for this. Just sign it. Don't have time? This is my life. Do you even realize what you're doing? If I sign it, all these guys will be homeless or worse. I'll lose them all. Next time, try a business that... Oh, no. No. She said might before, now she's saying they will? That's a game breaker. Maybe you'll win the lottery. No, that's not. Oh, man. That is true. Okay, I just read a bit ahead. I'm sorry. Next time, try a business that doesn't require the mob's help. If you don't sign it for me, someone worse is gonna come next, and your cats will be even more dangerous than they are now. Give me that. There, fine, it's signed. Are you happy now? No one cares about me. They only care about themselves. But remember, it's not just me you're hurting, it's the cats too. That's on your conscience now. Get out. Go and never come back here. I actually do not have the choice to go back. I don't have a choice to go in any of these places anyway, so... Damn. That's rough. That is rough. But... in all honesty, that is true. Don't do anything that requires the mob's help. Like, it's so much, like, you need to get yourself on a better basis first before you go and do that shit. It looks like they've been digging up the sidewalk, but since they're blocking my view, I can't see what they're doing. Hey lady, you need something? There's nothing to see here, so why don't you move along? Why should I? You said yourself there's nothing to see after all. Bit of advice for you. If you're trying to keep someone out of your business, I wouldn't lead with nothing to see here. See, she thinks so too. Every time you say nothing to see here, people stop and stare at us instead of actually moving along. Nothing to see here. Really does kind of make me want to look more, you know? It's kind of sinister. There's nothing to see here. That's what cops say when there's definitely, without a doubt, something worth seeing. Thanks for the advice, boys. Last I checked, it was you who worked for me, not the other way around. Alright, no need to be so damn touchy. All we're saying is that unless you want every passerby in Kabukicho stopping to stare at us, you could try zipping it. Zipping it? Is that how you would talk to all your employers? You're aware of who I work for, right? Right? Digging a hole is the least of your worries, so do as I say. These jobs are the worst. What exactly are you guys doing all of a sudden? I can't help but wonder what some suit is doing standing by a construction site. I have to agree with the little lady on that one. As far as I can tell, we're pulling up a strip of concrete for no damn reason at all. No reason? Far from it. It's scheduled maintenance requested by the building's owner. There were complaints for people falling or getting hurt because of uneven pavement, so my employer generously offered her own money to fix it. Maintenance, huh? Seems perfectly fine to me until we started hacking into it, and you seem obviously awfully impatient for us to fill it back in. Maybe it's got something to do with that little thing you had wrapped in cloth before? Shut up, or I'll ask you to dig 2 more holes after this one. 2 more? Ooh, I get it. I think this was meant to be some sort of threat. Yes, exactly. I mean, what you said wasn't exactly threatening. Honestly, I've heard better. Is he trying to imply that he's going to make us cover ourselves in concrete? Kind of a boring threat. Fine, bad joke. Fine. But maybe you two should remember, you're being paid very generously to be here, so shut it. And you, miss, would you please kindly move along? As you can see, I'm busy enough with these two without any additional distractions. I'll remember this. I'll remember this. I'm not exactly in the mood to dance, so I should get going. Well, how do I go back? In here? Oh, it's in here. Whoops. I should have noticed by like the look of the place. Excellent. I knew I could have counted on you. I knew I could be counted on. I knew you could be counted on. Whoops. We're not so different, you and I. I have a feeling there are many ways we can help each other. If your hearing doesn't go as planned, come find me. Better yet, if your hearing does go well, I could always use a few more friends in the department. Now that this business is behind us, remind me again what you were after. I want to speak to Omega's company head president, Higashi, about a girl who's signed with his agency. That's right, our missing agency president and one of his many projects. What a despicable little man, I'll tell you now. I had no problem at taking control of the business from him. I left him as president to keep a few of his clients happy, a decision I regret now. Well, she hasn't once said anything leading to her killing him. Like I feel like she said before that, oh, you can go see him. She'll kill me. And I'll go see. No, okay, where is he? Unfortunately, I'm just as in the dark about where he disappeared to as you are, I'm afraid. A deal's a deal, though. While you were out, I got the address of one of his old hideouts and the code to get in. I can't guarantee you'll find anything there, but I said I'd tell you what I knew, and that's what I know. You haven't sent one of your stooges to check it out for you? Hold on. Stooges, I like you, but don't push it. As I said earlier, me and my men can't afford to be spotted right now, especially in an area getting so much special attention. Special attention? Doesn't Kabukicho get enough attention on its own? Kabukicho is what it is, but this isn't in Kabukicho. This particular spot got its reputation and subsequently its extra police patrols a bit more recently. In fact, I hear there's still an ongoing investigation there. I understand you'd be intimately familiar with the area and the incident that happened there. My condolences on the loss of your partner, Detective Tanaka, by the way. All the papers are rushing to make you out to be incompetent, or worse, yet some sort of psychotic killer. Maddening, isn't it? My friends in police headquarters say you two were close. That's no way to lose someone you love. I suppose it's not too much to ask what really happened. Was there really someone there that night? Thanks for the condolences, but what happened that night isn't something I want to discuss right now. Suit yourself. Let's change the subject back to Higashi. It took a bit of digging to find that address. Seems that he was keeping a second hideout in Shinjuku under a fake name. Now that we know where he is, He probably knows we do. I highly doubt he'll be stupid enough to stay holed up in it. But I also doubt he'd be smart enough to completely clear the place out before he left town either. There's probably something in there that will lead us right to him. Get what you want, then let Kazu know where the slime is so we can straighten him out. He'll get those fantasies of running away out of his head. The code to the door is 11235. Oh, the grimy door. 11235, okay. 11235. It's the only keypad lock on the street. You can't miss it. For what it's worth, I wish you good luck finding your little girl. But remember, you can't save them all, Ayami Ito. Hmm. 11235. What if I were to forget said code out of nowhere? I still can't go in there. I hope everything's alright with that woman. Let's talk to homie. Okay. Just checking up on him, make sure he's fine. Huh, it worked. Looks like Kasumi's tip wasn't a lie. Oh, I didn't get to put in the code? Come on. Ugh, what a stench. I know that smell. Anyone who's worked homicide long enough knows it. Blood? Sanity -1. Can I leave? Get me out of here. I don't wanna be here. I'm still stable. Kick, pick, lock. Pop! I'm not an investigator. I'm not a cop anymore. Oh gosh. Ayami Ito, open up. Why would it give me the option to open and pick lock? Obviously, if I have an option to pick the lock, I can't open it. If I kick it, I might hurt my foot. I don't want to be limping. Oh, that'd be crazy. I lose my ability to run, so my character's just walking. That would be crazy. We're gonna just try to open it first. It seems to be locked. I can't open it. Well, there you go. Pick lock. I can't. Seems like the inside of the lock has been filed off. Oh, so there really is something in there. Let's just not... It didn't move at all. It must be reinforced. Well, they're not stupid at least. Pah! It'd be the same way, right? Is there something holding it from the other side? Oh, I don't know why I did that. Wait, what'd you say? The hairpin isn't catching on anything. This isn't going to work. Damn it. That did nothing but hurt my foot. Yeah, I thought I'd probably hurt my foot. Oh, who's that? Oh god, that's kind of graphic. I'm just gonna act like I don't see it. The locks have been tampered with to make them useless. What's hidden in these rooms? There's no way. I can't kick this one down. Let's look at that first. The word Ruby is written in blood on the wall. Oh god. Oh god. This is the source of the smell, alright. The body's in pretty bad shape. Whoever did it took their time to mutilate the corpse. The internal organs have been disturbed, maybe removed. What's this? There's a paper bag with the name Higashi written on it. Did Reina do this? Don't do this to me. I can't pause. I'm still not pausing. You can't pause in this game? Is my sanity really fucked? I'm stable. Leave me alone. I'm stable. Leave me alone. I'm a hero. Don't hurt me. I'm a hero. Oh, okay. Listen. It sounds like something's trying to escape from the inside. touch? The rattling stopped. Why? I don't want to go in there. I'm a hero. I don't want to do this. 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 I'm a hero. I don't want to do this. Shots of various girls, all of them taken in this room. They don't look like the professional headshots an agency would take. They all look so sad and young. I've got a pretty good idea what these pictures were used for and the types of people they might have been sent to. Brena, so it's true. To think you were kept in this place like this, what happened to you? Huh? Something's happening. No? 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 You're back so early. Yeah, I don't feel well. I think I'll go to bed early tonight. Ruby, don't ignore me. Lately it's been the same excuses over and over. I don't know what you're talking about. Ruby, my sweet little Ruby. You think because of one song was a hit, you can just stop working? That money's all gone, sweetheart. We spend it all trying to get you a record deal. Don't you think it's unfair to eat my food and stay here for free without doing any work, Ruby? Hey, stop crying. Stop crying, I'm talking to you. Please, I didn't mean it. I'll do another song. I'll make it up to you, I promise. I just don't want to. That's exactly why I'm setting up all these meetings for you. You make the right impression with these guys, and they'll take you places. Speaking of which, I got a call a little while ago from Masa. Know what he told me? He told me you were being a little disagreeable with him last night at his place. You know that he's one of our best clients, don't you? The things he can do for you girls is, well, I shouldn't even need to tell you. I sent you to him because he said there was something special about you. In fact, he said out of all the girls here, he particularly wanted to meet you. I did a big favor by making that happen. Then you repay my generosity by crying and telling me you don't feel well, or whatever excuse you come up with next. I couldn't. He tried to. I don't care what he tried to do. You should have let him. When I took you in, you were a vulnerable tiny girl who was failing school, but I saw your potential. I could already tell you how pretty you'd be when you were older. What the fuck? That's all those men care about. How I look. So what? You think I took you in because of how smart you were? You're an idol. You're supposed to be looked at. Most men would fall over themselves to meet a pretty girl like you. But you ruin it for everyone when you sit there crying. What are you doing? I'm sick of looking at an idiot, Ruby. You made me do this. What? What? Oh, let me stretch a little bit. This is interesting. Looking at static TVs in horror games don't really go well. Maybe I'll get some closure from it. Hey, look away. I don't want to look away anymore. This song's gonna get me copyrighted like my last one. Everybody. This is a good song though, but I don't look away. No, I'm joking. Alright, I want to look again. Don't do this to me. Can I exit? Can I exit now? I don't even know. Do I want to exit? Do I want to leave? Ooh. Do I have to run? Do I have to run? Do I have to run? Where am I going? I hear music playing. I hear crying. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Don't leave me. I'm a hero. Nothing to see here. What's that noise coming from? I don't want to know where it's coming from. It's coming from that dead corpse, probably. Leave me alone. Oh, what's in there now? I don't want to be here anymore. Touch? The noise stopped. Yeah, I bet it did. I don't want to be here anymore. Don't do it to me. Enter. You're still here? Damn it, Ruby. I can't stand to see you like this. You're not gonna feel better staying cooped up in here. Listen, I got you that photo shoot lined up tomorrow. The one with Masa. Are you even listening? Don't make me go back. I don't want to go out. Let me stay here. What's wrong with you? Please, please don't make me. I'm afraid to go. As far as I can tell, you're afraid of its success. I've fallen over myself to make you a star, but you'll never get anywhere if you lock yourself away. What? You're not even going to say anything? You can't treat me this way. I gave you your name, your music, your damn near everything else. Oh, but you think you're special, right? Let me break it to you, honey. You're not. There are loads of other girls in this business just like you, and they do what they have to without complaining about it. They understand how important it is to keep clients happy. And I'm sorry, it's not all butterflies and flowers. But you're not some naive little girl anymore. You're a woman now. Hey, Eartha Ruby. I'm trying to give you some advice here, and you're not even listening. Reina. My name is Reina. What did you just say? Reina? Who's that? Oh yeah, the name of some pathetic little foster girl I picked up. Oh man, that's really rough. Shit. You want to go back to being her? Just say the word. I'll throw you out there myself. If you think you've got it so bad now, let's count the seconds between you hitting the streets and ending up in a back foster care or dead in some gutter. Not so talkative now, are we, Reina? Or was it Ruby, the girl who was successful? The girl who could make it, if she would just do what she was told. Sorry. I'm sorry, I lost my temper. But you gotta see things my way. You were special, you know that? I see. I saw so much potential in you. Such a beautiful young girl. I wanted to raise you up and show you what life could be. Then you reject me and everything I offer you. It's a damn shame. You're still pretty, Ruby. So pretty. But not when you mope around. Look, I get it. You're a teenager, and you want to cry it out, right? Fine. But when you're done with that, you're going back out there. You think I want to send you all these little meetings with Masa and guys like him? Hold up. I'd rather you were successful so we didn't have to do that. I'm on your side. If you'd work harder, you wouldn't have to do things like that. So stop crying, you're not a child anymore. I just want to go home. Home? Where do you think you are? You are home. This is as good as it's going to get for a girl like you. Tomorrow you're going to go with Masa and do whatever he tells you to do. You'll stop this crying and you'll start making some money. Maybe it was a mistake to think you'd end up being special. Turns out you're just another disappointment, another whore. Oh, wow. Wow. There's something laying on the mattress. It's a newspaper article, dated October 24th, 2004. The article's title is One Hit Wonder Ruby Commits Suicide. That can't be. It was over 10 years ago. Her real name was withheld from the press, but her picture is there. According to the article, Higashi went to her room and found it locked. He called to her, but she didn't answer. I thought she must have been tired, he said. She'd been working hard on a new song. He only forced the door when he noticed the smell, and then he found her hanging from the rafters. Wow. 2 days before. Wow. Probably in this room. There's more. Though Mr. and Mrs. Higashi had adopted her years before, Ruby was not made to work and loved being an idol more than anything in the world. Her song, Look For Me, will go on sale again this month, with all proceedings going to various suicide prevention charities. Wow. I've read enough. The sadness that's in this room is the same awful feeling I felt in the sewers. Is it Reina's? Is that what I was supposed to see? That's interesting. I'm supposed to go back, but I don't want to. Okay. Okay. I feel sick. That monster. How many girls did Higashi pass around and abuse before she murdered him? And Reina. She looked at the same as she does now. 16 years old. A child. Oh, she was 16 years old. Wow. Higashi had her locked up, and she tried to take back control. The only way she thought she could, except she came back. And all that pain and suffered came back with her. When I was in that room, I could feel it, like it was my own. And it's not for the first time I've felt it. The dark was steeped in. As soon as I realized it, it was like the air changed. I can sense a pulse now, a heartbeat following me, but it's not enough. The mask had helped me find the door, and I can feel the dark, but the path still isn't open to me. What am I missing? My gut tells me it has to do with the common Kai, but and the only one alive who knows about it is the old Kawana woman. She has to tell me what happened. But will she? Will he even talk to me? I'm just curious. He just looks at me, he's like, get out of here. I can't even go in there at all? Okay, cool. I could, wait, can I? Do I have the option to go into the sewers again? I do not. Okay, that's good. I was just curious. I wouldn't go back in there anyways, because I don't want to ruin this storyline I'm currently heading towards. Wow, that's some deep stuff though. So we have to go back to this. Enter. Oh, we're not even knocking now, we're just gonna go right in. You? I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Common Kai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember. Common Kai? I don't know anything about it. Leave me alone. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation is important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. It does. It does. Your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in, and it's as much mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Just a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult, and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you too. I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to the poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people understand that. I do, but ignoring the past won't make it go away. And there's unfinished business from the Common Kai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? I promised to talk to you about this later. For now, let me, the detective, talk. Go on. You were cooking dinner. You were cooking us dinner, weren't you? Alright, we'll talk about it later. But I'll be in the other room if you need me. So you found me out. Now what? Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Common Kai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I'd lost my job, suddenly leaving me a single, unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that the society that stigmatized and shunned. Damn it, I can't. Wow, like I'm just so far off with reading. Stigmatized and shunned. Shunnel. Was a fiction. A great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. The common Kai stole everything from me, my youth, my mind, then my child. And then, one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. My bad. Sensationalize. That's it. After everything I've found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed life was an illusion. As word of other compounds and groups being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed that the world was collapsing and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Emiko. She didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality, and it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. No, you do know something. In the report, it says that after the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask, the same one you handed to me 6 months ago. Tokimasa always kept it to himself, saying that it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand it. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool. A fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day a man, some journalist or such, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there smiling at me. His eyes were like none I'd ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange of the mask was a picture of Emiko. The collector, maybe? Could it possibly be the collector? When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions and only had one left, but I gave it to him nevertheless. I thought if I had the mask I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her? Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. And Miko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead for her forgiveness. I don't care if you believe me or not. Just like Kazuki was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know about this mask, know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it'd help you find her, then why would you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first I only followed whispers, then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days blend together. I lost track of my grandchildren of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasa had used me so many years before. I tried to get rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it worked. It would always come back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried the best I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came. And when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe a sigh of relief before I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Maya away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry, perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There was another person who knows about the mask, a girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you? No, I don't know anyone by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No, but you were involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone. Your partner is in the police. Is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I met you, I've had time to examine the ancient text in this shrine, and as the mask got further away, it loosened its grip on my mind. I knew it would someday make its way back to me, and so I became determined to find a way to protect myself from my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the common Kai and the ritual object are but manipulations used to sever our connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save us from its grip. Destroy the mask? I thought you just said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Grandma, is everything alright? I overheard you talking about the mask again. Yes, dear, you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here as this talk involves you. We were gonna try to purify it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh, they did something about... She did say something about purifying before, and then dark and purification. Okay, so we're probably gonna try to purify the mask somehow. Like perform an exorcism on the mask? I don't know. Very interesting stuff though, very interesting. We'll see what happens. You're trained in exorcism and purification. Okay, that's what I thought. You've changed in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with good enough conviction, they are all still capable of great power. Before I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. So I'm going to be given a choice. And this is going to be interesting because whatever text Ayami Ito says, whatever she leans towards, I'm going to try to go for that route. Right now, it seems like, she still wants to figure out... Okay, my dogs are freaking out again. It feels like she still wants to figure out about what's going on with the whole... I'm curious too. I want to... What the hell's the situation with Reina? How did she come back and take out that guy? Is destroying the mask going to fix that? I don't think destroying the mask is going to fix that. not sure. But seeing you here, I see second chance, yeah. If you truly do what is right, or if you truly do what the mask is, oh my gosh, I can't read. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved with a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the common Kai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there is only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the common Kai compound itself. The records of its location are lost and were never made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there, search for your truth, quote unquote, see what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will bring you. And there was something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound, it had the same stench, the same quality as of the tunnels where I searched for Emiko. Sounds like superstition to me. So what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies of the mask and that place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It might help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest in Aokigahara. Okay. Aokigahara? Hey, that's the Suicide Forest. Suicide Forest. What a dreadful name. Though, I suppose these woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death. Ito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there. I heard even compasses won't point north. Not only that, well, a lot of people go in there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about the mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by a mask. It's just you. So many nights after that girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I'd see her there. It wasn't a ritual or charm that made me better, though I just stopped listening to the fear I confronted it. When he took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I'd felt Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me that all that stuff about mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from the demon, some demon I'd invented myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger, so you can just keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the common Kai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aokigahara is huge. How are you going to find one compound? Mai makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Narusawa. We need to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path there, used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. That's interesting. That is interesting. Oh man. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Supposing the path is still there, It seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands. After all, why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go search go search for whatever truth you think you'll find. But be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter the place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. Well, what she was saying before depends on what I find. Don't be a fool. Finding out what happened that day will change nothing. You being haunted by your past, chasing phantoms as I once did. When you enter those dark times, you leave pieces behind. Purify it. Stop this while you're still whole. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. See her out. She's never said anything like that to me before. You must really have scared her. Listen, I'll help you with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said herself, you're still young, but you should forget about all this and start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about masks and spirits, well, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito. You know, as for that guy that the guy I showed the dead crow and he passed out, I don't feel bad for him. I mean, why would he? I don't know. I don't feel bad for him. Aokigahara, better known as the Suicide Forest, despite its nickname, the volcanic earth it grows on makes the forest beautiful and green. Every year, however, large numbers of people wander in, intending it to be their final resting place. Occasionally, authorities have to comb through it for new bodies. Wow, that's crazy. I've heard about the Suicide Forest, but I don't know. Finally, this must be the path the old Kawana woman was talking about. If her story was true, all I need to do is follow it and find the Kamenkai's old compound. Let's hope it's that simple. No time to sit here and think, though. I need to get out of these woods before nightfall. Do I have a time limit? Alright, well, I know it's a bad time to end it here, but I'm going to end it here. Play manual settings. Menu. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to end it right here. And I'll be picking up the stream in about 4 hours. Give or take. It should be 4 hours, though. Yeah. We learned a lot this episode. A lot of crazy stuff. I'm really interested in seeing what happens next. Especially after I finish this route. I really want to see what happens like in other routes, too. Like, how far of a path can I stray? Like, how far away can I stray from where I am right now? Like, I'm curious. But anyways, if you stopped by for the stream, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're watching this after it's already been uploaded, then thank you so much for watching. And as always, take it easy and peace out.